Hey y'all! Today I'm excited to share 6 of my favorite places to find shells in the St. Pete Clearwater region of Florida. Whether you're visiting this part of Florida for the first time and looking for a great place to find shells, or you're a longtime local on the hunt for your next awesome shelling adventure, this episode is for you. It's no secret that Florida is one of the best shelling destinations in the world, and the St. Pete Clearwater region of the Gulf Coast is a standout. Thanks not only to the variety of shells that you can find here, but also to its gorgeous beaches, which rank among the most beautiful in the US. This isn't an official list, but rather one that I've compiled from my experience visiting and shelling at these locations over the past 15 years. If you're curious about each spot beyond my recommendations, I've included links in the description with more detailed information, so feel free to explore further. I know you're probably eager to hear which spots made my list, and I promise we'll get there in just a moment. But first, an important note. There's simply no beach that comes with a guarantee of finding great shells. Tides, weather, and other natural factors play a huge role in what you may find on any given day. With that said, the 6 spots I'm sharing today have consistently proven to offer great shelling experiences time and time again, making them go-to favorites for both locals and visitors alike. If you're ready to discover 6 of the best places to find shells in the St. Pete and Clearwater region, stay tuned for a shelltastic and informative adventure. Honeymoon Island State Park is the first spot on our list. This beautiful Florida state park is located on Honeymoon Island, a barrier island in the town of Dunedin in Pinellas County. Getting here is easy. A scenic causeway connects the island to the mainland, making it super convenient to access by car. With over 4 miles of Gulf-facing beach to explore, it's no wonder that Honeymoon is considered an amazing place to find shells, and one of the best in the area. Let's take a look. Honeymoon Island is also very famous for one specific type of shell, the chestnut turban. This small gastropod is easily recognizable thanks to its intricate, bead-like texture and wide range of colors and patterns. If you visit, there's a great chance you'll come across one of these fascinating finds. Beyond shells, druzy quartz crystals have also been found along the beach here. Druzy quartz forms when tiny crystals grow on the surface of another rock, creating a sparkling crust-like appearance. While less common, spotting one is a special treat for any beachcomber. Whether you're a seasoned sheller or just getting started, Honeymoon Island State Park is a must on your next trip to the St. Pete Clearwater area. Encloat Key Preserve is the next great shelling spot on our list. This 1,800-acre protected area is located on Encloat Key and sits just south of St. Pete Beach and Pasagril. The preserve safeguards sensitive marine habitats and encompasses one of Pinellas County's largest undeveloped barrier islands, along with numerous mangrove islands and extensive seagrass beds. Encloat Key is also one of Florida's most important areas for shorebird nesting, and serves as an important study area for many species of these birds, such as heron and egret, as well as other shore birds like terns and gulls. To protect these sensitive habitats, public access is limited to the northern and southern ends of the island. Shell Key is accessible only by boat, but there are several local shuttle services which offer daily trips from both Pasagril and Fort DeSoto. Or you can get there using your own boat or kayak. A day trip to Shell Key offers access to pristine white sand beaches, which are often scattered with an abundance of shells just waiting to be discovered. Primitive camping is also permitted on the southern end of Shell Key, but you'll need to obtain a camping permit from the Pinellas County Parks and Conservation Resources Department. Check the video description below for more information on how to apply for such a permit. In my opinion, an overnight camping stay is the best way to experience Shell Key, providing a front row seat to a gorgeous sunrise, as well as first access to a beach that is often blanketed with shells. Maderia Beach is the next spot on our list. This beautiful 4-mile stretch of beach is located on Sand Key, a commercially developed barrier island that sits just north of Treasure Island. Typically, beaches that are busy with tourist traffic aren't the best places to find shells. But shelling Maderia Beach at the right time and under the right conditions can yield the opportunity to find some tremendous shell treasures. I've shelled this beach many times, and even on busy days, I've found great shells simply by walking along the water's edge where the waves are washing the shore. With that said, I've had the best luck here early in the morning at low tide, when the crowds are minimal and a fresh shell rack line has been washed in from the night before. As a general rule of thumb, the best time to shell any beach is when it's least crowded, and that's especially true for popular tourist spots like Maderia Beach. If you plan to check this location out, I strongly recommend arriving early in the morning and at a low tide for your best shot at finding that shelly beach bling. Kaladisi State Park is the next great shelling spot on our list. This stunning Florida state park is located on Caladesi Island in Pinellas County, just north of Clearwater Beach and south of Honeymoon Island. The park is most commonly accessed by passenger ferry from nearby Honeymoon Island, though you can also get here by private boat. Technically, Kaladisi Island is no longer a true island. It's connected to Clearwater Beach due to natural changes in the landscape from previous hurricane activity. Because of this, you can also reach the park on foot by hiking north from Clearwater Beach. And although reaching the park this way involves a bit of a trek, shells can often be found here all along the way. Kaladisi has consistently earned national recognition for the beauty of its beach, often topping lists from Dr. Beach and Condé Nast Traveler. With its soft white sand, clear, calm turquoise waters, and serene natural surroundings, it's not just a fantastic shelling destination, it's also a perfect spot to relax and enjoy a classic wild Florida beach experience. As of June 2025, it's important to note that Kaladisi State Park has been temporarily closed due to ongoing recovery efforts following storm damage from Hurricanes Milton and Helene in the fall of 2024. With that said, I've included it on this list because I've had outstanding shelling experiences here in the past, and so it still remains one of my top recommendations for this area when it reopens. Pasagril is located at the southern tip of St. Pete Beach in Pinellas County, Florida, and is arguably the most notable shelling location on this list. The prime shelling area here is at the very southern end of Pasagril Beach, a spot that I've marked on the map for reference. Of all of the locations on this list, Pasagril is the one that I've shelled at most over the past 15 years. And while no beach can ever guarantee a perfect shelling day, I have had some pretty spectacular shelling days at Pasagril through the years. Thanks to the unique circulation of currents and wave action in this area, shells are constantly being washed ashore. You'll often see them tumbling in the surf or caught in the rocks around the jetty. Pasagril practically delivers the shells to you. When shelling here, one may find everything from beautiful banded tulips, horse conchs of all sizes, calico scallops, lightning whelks, and cone snails. It's worth noting that Pasagril has gained an immense amount of popularity as a shelling hotspot in recent years, which means shelling can get a bit competitive here. For the best chance at scoring some shell treasures, I would recommend arriving early in the morning and preferably at a low tide. Getting here early will also provide you an easier time finding street parking before the midday crowds arrive. In summary, a visit to Pasagril is an absolute must for any sheller exploring the St. Pete Clearwater region. Encloat Key Preserve State Park is the final stop on our list of the best shelling spots in the St. Pete Clearwater area of Florida. And unabashedly, it's also my personal favorite among the 6 featured in this video. This stunning Florida State Park and historic site is located about 3 miles offshore west of Tarpon Springs. The preserve actually consists of 4 separate islands: Encloat Key, North Enclote Bar, South Enclote Bar, and 3 Rooker Island, with Enclote Key being the largest. Enclote Key features 4 miles of pristine white sand beaches and crystal clear teal waters. Rich in nautical history, from early Spanish exploration to rumored pirate activity, the island also boasts a striking red, square, pyramidal lighthouse built in 1887 on its southern end. The preserve is accessible only by boat, but don't let that deter you from planning a visit here. Several local companies out of Tarpon Springs offer day trip transportation. And for those seeking a more rugged, off-the-beaten-path adventure, primitive camping is also allowed on the island's north end, offering a unique way to experience the untouched beauty of Encloat Key. I've visited Encloat Key twice, once on a day trip, and once more recently for a 3-day primitive camping adventure. For both trips, I booked passage with Captain Josh of Nordic Fishing Charters, who provided safe and reliable transport along with exceptional customer service. If you're seeking a more personalized shelling experience, I highly recommend Nordic Fishing Charters. You'll find a link in the description below. Primitive camping at Encloat Key Preserve offers a truly immersive experience that a day trip simply can't match. More often than not, you'll have the entire beach to yourself, perfect for soaking in unforgettable sunsets, stargazing under dark skies, and enjoying the peace and solitude of nature. Plus, spending the night gives you first pick of the stunning beach bling that washes ashore with the morning tide. Encloat Key is one of Florida's last remaining untouched barrier island habitats, offering a rare and authentic glimpse of wild Florida, just as it was meant to be experienced. Thank you so much for joining me today as we explored 6 of the best shelling spots in the St. Pete Clearwater area. Everything I've shared here comes from my own personal experience visiting and shelling at these locations. I hope that this helps you as you plan your next adventure to this beautiful part of Florida. And whether you're just starting out in the world of shelling or you're a seasoned collector with years of experience under your shell belt, I truly appreciate that you watch this content, and I look forward to seeing you on that next shelling adventure.